first case study, hopefully you can see it okay, is a client who started back in March. You can see the date of the credit report is March 17th. And he or she, I don't remember off the top of my head, this one is a gal. So she had a 723 score and an FPN offer, which was a 2.1 on our, in our algorithm. We probably place more merit in how they move up and down in our kind of algorithm than we do the score. But that's kind of where this gal started. And so that was on 317. And then you can see now, just less than 3 months later, if you kind of do the math here, I left the 4289 and the 851 here, so you can see that this is 851 and 4289. So this is the same person. And so now we've bumped her. This is again as of 3 days ago, up to a platinum 3.0. So not bad to go from a 2.1 and a 723 to a platinum and an 807 in a matter of a few months. So she's done real well, and so that's a cool scenario. I want to also share with you her actual report so you can see the work that was done that led to that. So you can kind of see up here the 4289. This is our you probably recognize the 723 and the 2.1 here. And so let's go in and look at I want to show you each of the trade lines on here. This is the before, right? Meaning the first report that we have that if you go back to the summary page is dated 3/17. So hopefully that rings a bell. And now I'm going to scroll through here and I'm going to show you the open accounts and the closed accounts. And I'm going to show you the derogatory items that were there 11 or 12 weeks ago. And then we're going to look at the report from 3 days ago, which shows you where we're at now. So again, you've got open accounts here, open, nothing here is derogatory. Open, I think we got about 12 to 14 open accounts. Open here, again, no derogatories yet. And remember, if you look at the green section here, this is the last 24 months. It's probably better to look at the 30, 60, and 90s here because that's where you'll really see if there's late payments or not. Down here, it's only going to show you if there's DROGs in the last 24 months, but up here, it'll show you all of them, since the origination of the trade line. So no derogatories yet. This is a great credit union here, Navy Federal, probably one of the best in the country. Here's a self-reported trade line, another self-reported. These are all open. Another self-reported here. And then I think this is her final open trade line. So 13 open trade lines, and you can see they were all in good standing. So as of 3 months ago now, here's some of the derogatories. So you see account number 14, here's one derogatory item with Santander Bank. Account number 15, you can see here's another derogatory, again, no balance, but you can see all the late payments, numerous late payments. And so that's account number 2. Here's derogatory number 3, an old Discover card that you can see has numerous late payments and derogatories and now has a zero balance. So here's derogatory number 4, all right, which is an Amex account. Here's derogatory number 5, account number 18. These are all closed, and that's account number, that's a derogatory number 5. Here's derogatory number 6. I'm on one hand here, but that's number 6 with PenFed. And this is a minor DROG here because you can see there's only one late payment. So that's, I guess, number 7. And then as we scroll to the bottom, you'll see the rest of these don't have any late payments here in the 30, 60, 90 category. So we got 7 late payments, and I think 6 of them were pretty major and had multiple late payments. But as we scroll through here, I want to take you all the way through to the end. I'm now at the bottom of the page. There's nothing else to see. So we had 6 bad and 7 total derogatory items for this particular prospect. So now let's pull over the new report, and you'll recognize again the platinum, the 807, and the report from 3 days ago. So this is our same client from 3 days ago, and now we're gonna scroll through and we're gonna take a look here. Let me let some people in here. Looks like I had some people waiting to get in. All right, so you can see that we're back to the open accounts here. We're going to look through these real quick again, just so you can see that I'm not skipping anything. There are a couple of additional open accounts this time. So again, no late payments, no DROGs, no late, no DROGs. If you came in a little bit late, you want to look primarily at the 30, 60, and 90 area to see if there's any lates. Down here, it shows you the last 24 months. Here's your three self-reported accounts. Those tend to usually come from what's called the Boost program with Experian.com. Here's that last one that we saw on the previous report, and now we've got, so this one has, instead of 13 or 14 open accounts, so this one has 12 open accounts, just as a refresher. And now we're into the close section. You're not going to see any of those derogatories, guys. They're not here. So you notice here's a closed account, no derog. Number 14, closed, no derogatory. Number 15, I'll make this a little bit larger. Is that better to see it now as larger? Is that better? So no derogatories. Number 16, no derogatories here. Number 17, no derogatories. Number 18, no DROGs. We're getting close to the end here. Same thing, number 19. I'll let Gary in here. Here's number 20, no derogatories. Number 21, no derogs. 22, no derogs. We got about two more left. There you go. And we are now at the bottom of the report. So you can see that all 6 of the major derogs, let's kind of scroll back here to that page again over here. All 6 of these major derogs from earlier are now gone. So this is the report from 3 months ago. There's that number 1, there's number 2, there's number 3, there's number 4, there's number 5 major derog, there's number 6 major derog, and then here's the minor one. So all 7 of those are now gone. And so when you kind of put the math together on that, that kind of equates to why, if I can bring this back over here, I think this is the new one. Nope, that's the old one. Sorry guys, just working across 2 screens here to get you. So that's why you'll see here, get this and minimize it. That's why you'll see here on the report from 3 days ago, suppose I should try to make that a little bit larger. On the report from 3 days ago, this client's up to an 807 with a Platinum 3.0. And if you remember, there were not utilization issues with this client in the beginning, nor are there now. So that's, you see that down below here, there's no, let's show you the previous one. This is from 6/8. The previous one, to kind of refresh your memory right here, is 317. And same thing, you'll notice that there was no utilization issue. So 100% of the improvement in the credit quality for this client came from the work that Trammell and his team did with the credit restoration piece, and that all happened in under 90 days. And so that person went from, remember, the score was good before, in the 700s, but now it's over 800, and her algorithmic results took her from being a non-metal right up to a Platinum 3.0, because this particular client had the underlying credit and income that then allowed her to propel to immediately being a metal as soon as the credit blemishes were kind of addressed and fixed, so to speak. So any questions on this first case study? Anybody have anything that either doesn't make sense or that anybody have a comment at all on the first case study? Pretty cut and dry, it sounds like.
Are you gonna show us the funding that you got?
This was just pulled, so they're queued up to go to funding next. So they'll go to funding now. Go ahead, Asante.
Hey, so how often do you all remetal? Is it typically after the restoration? or
I
is
mean,
it after a round of
it's
funding maybe?
if you looked at some of our clients, we'll do between 10 and 20 credit pulls on them throughout the year. So it's a pretty common thing for us to, again, they give us permission. It's a soft pull. It's part of the contract where we have permission to do those polls, and they are soft polls. But it can be anywhere from 8 to 20 times throughout the 12-month process of going through program.